Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about popular book series that I have not read yet, which I know, shame. I have a pile of books that I haven't read yet, so feel free to let me know in the comments which one of these I need to read ASAP because I don't know where to start and I need your help. The first book is actually on my TBR this month, so after this month, I will have read it. So at least that's going to be one that I have read. I'm talking about the Mistborn Trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I actually purchased the trilogy, so I'm planning on doing this. The first book is The Final Empire, and depending on the edition, I feel like sometimes they put it into the YA section, sometimes it's adult, and I feel like it's kind of a mix between the two. You're following two main characters, one of them being an adult and then the other one being a 16-year-old girl. So I think this is a great way to just start reading adult fantasy. So I feel like if you're really intimidated by it, I think it's a great way to start. I have started reading it and so far I am loving it. I feel like Brandon Sanderson is really known for his world building and just the type of magic. In this book, people consume metals to then burn them and then use the magic. Not everyone can, but you know what I mean. So yeah, it seems super interesting. So far I am loving it, and there's a trilogy and I'm planning on reading it all ASAP. The next book, I'm actually a few years late, and every time I see the covers, I'm like, I don't think I want to read this, but everyone says that it's a really fun YA series to read, so Vampire Academy by Rachel Mead. I feel like I have not been really into buying this series because the covers are so cringeworthy with all the faces and I just can't do it. Like even all the other ones that you can see in the back. I'm just not into it, but a lot of people have been telling me how much this is a really light, fun book, and that it's not like a cringe-worthy type of vampire book. So let me know if you think it's something that I should read. I actually found the first 3 in my library for 25 cents, so I just grabbed them because everyone kept telling me that I should read them. So let me know, is it worth the read or not? I know they also have a spin-off series that is called Bloodline. Is that one worth it too? Let me know. I am planning on reading this. I just don't know when, but when I feel in the mood for a light, fluffy book, I'm probably going to start reading this. The next book is probably the one that I am the most excited about, but I keep pushing it back and not reading it for a really good reason, and I'm talking about The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, which I am 99.9% sure I'm going to be loving this, and there's multiple reasons that I have not done it yet. First off, the third book, people are still waiting for it, and how long has it been? Like 6 years already? And there's like no announcement whatsoever, so the book could be coming out in like 10 years. So I don't know, I feel like I prefer reading series that are completed or almost completed, or like Brandon Sanderson, he will like bring out a book a year. It's just insane. But not the case with this one, so I don't know. That's one of the reasons I have still not read it. Second of all, there's also the fact that, like, I don't know about you, but I feel like sometimes I keep pushing back books that I know I will love. I'm not sure exactly why. Is it because I'm intimidated by the size? There's like 1,000 pages. Okay, there's 600 pages. It's huge, and I'm kind of afraid that I'm not going to love it as much as I think I will. That's probably another reason. Do you have any explanation? Do you do this too? Those are probably the 2 main reasons I have not read it yet, so let me know. Should I read them and just reread them whenever the third book is out? I'm afraid I'm just gonna be like not happy with the ending and having to wait a couple of years before reading it. So let me know. Should I read it? Should I wait? I'm still planning on collecting all the books anyway and just be ready for whenever they announce the third book, but yeah, I have not read it yet, so shame. I have not read yet The Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare, which I have started the Mortal Instruments series, which I've read the first 2 books when I started my booktube. And then I know after I finish the third one, I'm supposed to start this series, which I believe that's the way you're supposed to do. I liked so far the Mortal Instruments, but I'm not like overly in love with it, which I feel like I shouldn't say that on YouTube. But I have heard that this series is even better, so it's worth reading the first 3 books just so I can read this one, so let me know what you think. But I've heard so many people say that it's absolutely amazing. It's a YA fantasy book. And I keep hearing people say that I'm gonna cry my eyes out whenever I finish reading the trilogy. So let me know. Should I read it? Should I not? Should I bother? I probably will since I did purchase it, but I am not in a rush right now. So let me know. Is it worth finishing Mortal Instrument, this one? Pretty much all the other books are YA fantasy books, which I feel like people that have read them really love them and keep pushing for everyone to read them. So let me know how bad do I need to read them, because I am excited, but I feel like it's hard to like commit to the size of some of the series, like this one. How big is that series? I'm talking about Outlander by Diana Gabaldon, which I think there's what, like 8 books, and I am planning on collecting them and then starting reading them. But again, the books are getting bigger and bigger. This one has also 600 pages, but I've seen some of the other ones that have like 1,000 pages, and I feel like people that love this really love this. I do know a few people that started reading the book and just felt like it was a little too slow paced in the beginning and they just couldn't commit to it. Also been recommended to just watch a few episodes of the series to just fall in love with the story and then commit to the book. What do you think? What should I do? Because there's so many books. From what I know, this book series is about a historical fiction YA. There's some romance in there. I believe the girl lives in the 1900s and then is going back into 1700s in Scotland, which I feel like a lot of people really enjoy this book, and shame on me for not having read it yet. From the ones that are still on my pile, this is probably the one that I am the most excited about, and I'm not sure why I haven't read it yet. I feel like the 3rd book just came out, so I can feel free to just read the whole thing without having to wait a year to read the rest, which is always a big plus. And I'm talking about the Remnant Chronicle by Mary E. Pearson. The first book is The Kiss of Deception. From what I've heard, this is a YA fiction book where you're following a girl that refused to get married and she just escaped, and she's being followed by 2 people, the guy that she's supposed to marry and the guy that is supposed to kill her, and you probably don't know who is who, which the premise sounds super interesting. I just need to collect the other books and start reading them all, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be loving it, and I don't know why I haven't started reading them yet. So what do you think? Should I start with this one or one of the other ones? I knew there was one more adult fantasy book I wanted to talk about. Series, actually, not just a standalone. And are you ready? I'm talking about the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. The first one is The Eye of the World, and this series has what, like 14, 15 books? It is humongous, and all the books are so big. Like these ones have like 600 plus pages each, and they get bigger and bigger as they go. And that's another book that I found in my library for 25 cents, and I was like, well, I guess I kind of have to just buy it and start collecting the series. But I have heard mixed reviews about it. I feel like a lot of people really love that series, and a lot of people are saying that some of the books are a little bit more slow paced, or that they're just pretty hard to get into because there's so much story. But I feel like it kind of makes sense. Whenever you like starting to read a big series, the first couple of books have to be like kind of, you know, establish the foundation of the story. So let me know, what do you think? Should I read this series? Because I am really intimidated. Like I feel like 3 books in a series, I'm like, oh, okay, I can do that, no problem. But 14, 15? I don't know. Am I ready to commit the next year to this series? The next series, I feel like I've heard mixed reviews. I feel like some books are known as being really good, and some of them being more like controversial. Some people like them, some people don't. So feel free to let me know in the comments what you think of them. The first book in the series is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and I believe the series you're following a girl that is basically hired to be an assassin. And like I said, I feel like a lot of people weren't super happy with the 5th book that just came out. I believe there's 6 books, right, total? Something like that. So again, it's a lot to commit to. The first book is pretty small, like there's not that many pages, but they get bigger and bigger. So let me know, because I feel like a lot of people were pretty disappointed with some of the books, but is it still worth the read? But I do feel like on BookTube, not having read that series is kind of shameful. I feel like everyone is like, I have read this. How did you not read this yet? So another YA fantasy series that I have not read yet, and I feel like that's another one that's like shame on me because everyone has read, is Shatter Me by Tyler Maffey. From what I've heard, the main character kills people whenever she touches them, and the government or the kingdom, I'm not sure exactly the details, someone is basically wanting to use her as a weapon, and she doesn't want to do this. And I've heard that the series is really like fast-paced and really easy to get through pretty quickly. I also know that there's 2 books that are like companion novels or something, so let me know, should I just read the 3 books, or should I absolutely read the other little novel that comes with the series? I really can't talk today, so I hope that made sense. So what should I do? Read the 3 books? Should I read the 2 other ones? Should I not bother? But it's definitely a series that I feel bad not having read. I kind of like the cover though. It's pretty cool. The last one, I don't have it with me, but I'll include the picture, and I'm talking about the Remnant cycle, which I know I haven't read that series yet, which I feel like everyone absolutely loved the series, especially the first three, I believe. Everyone is like crazy about them. I'm planning on getting them in December, like hopefully during the sales, like at Chapters or something. But yeah, I have not read that series yet, so let me know. I feel like a lot of people are saying how awesome this is. It's like one of their favorite YA fantasy books. This series though, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be like reading like really soon. I have heard so many great things about them, so I'm probably gonna just buy all four and read all four in like January and just not get it done, but you know what I mean, like just get into it and finally have them read. So those are some of the popular book series that I have not read yet. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? Which one should I start reading? Because there's so many and it's hard to like decide, and are those all worth it? Are those not worth it? Should I push them back? Is there some of them that I should prioritize basically? So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and to subscribe to not miss any future videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.